Welcome back to Hollywood Trend Report. Here's Ann Chatilla.
Welcome back to Hollywood Trend Report, the lifestyle show covering all that's trending now. I'm Ann Chatilla in Los Angeles. Well, there's a trend in Hollywood that has gone way beyond life coaching. It's now the Transformational Coach that's big, and they help you with belief work. Transformational expert Doc Barham is one of those coaches. Based here in LA, he works with celebrities, individuals, corporate leaders, and organizations. And he says he helps people reach their goals with a strategic, multi-point, belief-changing plan.
If somebody comes in and they are a successful CEO of a major corporation and they would like to be even more successful, which usually looks like having, say, a bigger salary, these kinds of things, we talk about that, but usually it includes things like more balance in their life, right? They're healthier, they eat better, they look better, they lose weight, have more time with their family, with their wife, with their children, these kinds of things. They're happier about themselves, they have less stress, they do things more effectively. These are the kinds of things that I actually work with them around, doing belief change work, providing them with skills training, networking with other successful individuals who can help support them in what they want to do. Those are the kinds of things that I do with individuals.
Barham says you can change if you know how to do the belief work.
So essentially what you have is thoughts in your head, and those thoughts are actually thoughts that you're identified with. Those are what we call the beliefs. Right? Anything that's a thought that you're identified with is a belief. That belief is always going to have something attached to it, which is called an emotion or a feeling. So the reason that you continue a behavior is because it's rewarding in some way. As soon as that thing becomes painful enough and something else in its place becomes more pleasurable, what will happen is you'll tend to change the belief and you'll replace it with another belief. So for example, you might find let's say I work with an executive and he's under a lot of stress, and that individual believes that he has to eat certain foods in order to be able to calm himself down from the stress, right? Like maybe he's got a junk food thing going on. The truth of the matter is that's just a belief. The eating of the junk food is just a symptom. It's a strategy. It's a way for him to try to be able to calm himself down. But if I talk to him about that and I give him a different belief, which is you can actually do something else, a strategy like how to be able to breathe differently or be able to use a stress management tool that I know about, actually several of them, meditation techniques and things like this, what happens is he realizes he doesn't have to rely on the food anymore, and he can use this other skill in its place. And through repetition and through practice, he actually habituates or conditions a new belief and a new skill set. And as a result, he becomes transformed as a person.
I know this is a general question, but what are the big problems that people have that you see recurring a lot from a lot of your clients?
Most people are mentally maxed out with their bandwidth. So they just have so much information coming at them all the time in the form of phone calls and text messages and emails, and they're just completely maxed out mentally. Most people also are pretty much maxed out in terms of stress, and the vast majority of their stress is not physical, like from physical labor, but actually emotional stress. So most people are pretty maxed out stress-wise.
He says when you transform your thinking, it transforms your feelings, then it changes your physical body, and then it changes your life.
When somebody is really, really stressed out, they're literally too high in their mind. They're way too up in their head, and they're not really grounded in their body. One of the things that you can do is literally stop what you're doing, just take a pause, and drop your awareness, your attention, focus on the spot just below your belly button. Actually, in Chinese medicine, it's a famous spot called the dantian. If you just put your awareness there, what Western medicine now knows is it's the source of the enteric nervous system, right? It's your gut brain. So by just shifting your awareness right there, what happens is that your whole body slows down. Your brainwave activity slows down, your blood pressure drops, your breathing rate slows down, everything changes about you. You stop producing the stress hormone called cortisol, and you begin to feel more peaceful and more relaxed.
So he says, stop doing what you're doing in that moment you're stressed. Feel below your belly button. It will kick in within seconds because in biofeedback, where you put your attention, your body begins to make changes. If you want to contact Doc Barham, he does Skype appointments. He also does in-person and via the phone. You can reach him at docbarham.net. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ann Shatilla in Los Angeles. Check out our website, HollywoodTrendReport.com. And for more information on these stories, we post the audio of the hour-long show, the half-hour, and the 60-second daily. If you have any ideas for the show, drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. This portion of Hollywood Trend Report has been brought to you in part by Nutrients Premium Pet Food. No byproducts, no glutens, no bad anything. Nutrients, it's best for your pets. I'm Ann Shatilla in Los Angeles. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Ann Shatilla's Hollywood Trend Report, brought to you by Mackenzie Investments. Visit burnrate.ca or talk to your financial advisor about investing in a future using Mackenzie Mutual Funds.